Alright, time for another draftphysics.com, but I really can't do physics on the internet. You can't do physics on the internet. Debatephysics.com, but yeah, you can't do that on the internet either, because the physicists are despicable cowards. Alright, so, just showing the image of, so they didn't just, on the other rooms, they just, the moderators say it's closed. They just close the room. So you can't post, or something like that. So there was some other one of the Russo pages that was, I guess the moderators figured out it was insane to just let people talk shit, and so they, they moderated the room and said no more comments on this room. That's it. And you could still get to the room. You could still see the shitty post, all that kind of crap. But this room, they made the whole room disappear. I mean, they just made the whole thing just disappear. I'm just saying, and the fact that nobody cares. I mean, this is just more evidence of just how bad the circumstance is that all these people are claiming they're on some high ground, and it's the lowest possible ground you could be on. This petty bullshit that I should be silenced. So right now on Reddit, there's a bunch of pages where people are talking shit about me. They're doxing me using my real name. And then just making up complete lies about how I molested somebody I never molested, and they're complete lies, just completely made up stories. They're not even, you can't even just call it exaggerations. They're just overt lies that anything inappropriate took place. And so this is just such, I shouldn't have to defend myself against that shit anyway. There should not be a Reddit that has my name on it, and I'm not allowed to comment, I'm not allowed to defend myself, and I'm certainly not allowed to make physics arguments. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I can't make a physics argument, but these trolls can do whatever the fuck they want, and they have no moderating tools at all. I mean, I report the shit, but it doesn't do anything. Now, the interesting thing is that Blue Moonshine guy did his page where he is, accusing me of all kinds of crap that never took place, making up a complete fake narrative, edited my artwork. That, by the way, they also posted on Reddit. So an edited version of my stolen artwork is on Reddit, but I can't post on Reddit. So it is time to think about, what the fuck? Yes, it's very expensive to file a lawsuit, and it's to make it practical, that is to keep it under $1,000, you have to do all the paperwork yourself, so it's a lot of work. Very inconvenient. Okay, very time consuming, and it will take forever, because the system is so unjust. But I mean, we're sort of at the point where is there anything, what else is there to do? You can't get any fair access to any of this stuff, right? So this is like back in the 60s where, black people couldn't go to a diner or something. I don't have any fair access to any of these platforms. I'm blocked within hours of my participation, and not because I violated any rule, not that because I did anything egregiously evil or wrong. I didn't do a damn thing wrong. It's just that the fascists don't like anybody talking outside of the groupthink. And so it should plainly say this is a group think tank. It's a private company that wishes to propagandize and has nothing to do with fair access or any of that. And they want to make it clear that these aren't platforms that have any intent whatsoever to be fair, because they're so overtly unfair. So it's disgusting. But, I have to think about it. But it's on my mind. I'm saying, look, I'm sick of the Blue Moonshine slander. I'm sick of his bullshit. So, I mean, suing one person, not much more work than suing two. So, I'll sue him while I'm at it. In the university he works for. Because obviously they're financing his silly YouTube behavior. And, and then we can also get a judge maybe to make a decision about the fact that he can publish some shitty experiment that he faked. You can explain to a judge why the software didn't work. When he does the experiment one time, the software works fine. Does the second trial of the experiment, the software doesn't work right at all. Maybe he can explain to the judge why he's, putting that online and claiming it's the truth. You know, right? That's some sort of credible science argument. I mean, they're actually making that argument. No, you know, I have shown the image of that thing so many times, and you know, I can do it again. It's not that much trouble, right? Yeah, not much trouble at all. Well, I do have to erase what's on here. But I mean, it's just, it's so dishonest. It's right overt, right in everybody's face, and they just don't care. So that's part of what I want to just talk about, is the fact that, you know, my audience is useless. I mean, I hate my audience's guts. You know, on both channels. I mean, the Inmendum guys are also morons. You know, and it's just disgusting. I mean, even people on my own side are so fucking goddamn stupid. You know, it's just amazing. So there was some asshole who's like, oh yeah, well, I think your philosophy is blah, blah, blah. But he's still arguing this moronic physics, this unevidenced lie bullshit, and he's defending it. And you're just saying, how the fuck can you defend this fascism, this nonsense? They have no evidence for this 25 times the fuel to go 5 times as fast. I mean, there's zero fucking evidence in this universe showing anything like that. And yet these people just keep insisting, you have to believe, you have to believe. If you don't believe, we're going to attack you. Because you don't believe. You're not a believer. You're not a fucking Muslim. If you're not a Muslim, we have to go get you. You know, we have to stop you. That's exactly what's going on. All right, so anyway. So the software did this the first time. And it was just a perfect, does exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay, this beautiful little image. All right, the slope was a little higher than this. Okay, so the slope was more like this. Okay, so I don't want to misrepresent it. Okay, and then the second trial, yeah, the second trial looked like this. Yeah, that's how it looked. Okay, now clearly the software. This is how the software initializes. It goes straight up and then it goes a flat line until the event happens. So this is when there's no velocity. And so here in this other trial, there is no velocity line. There's no indication that it was in some state where it wasn't moving. And it's so obvious. I mean, it's not supposed to look like that. It's supposed to look like this. And these people keep arguing, no, that's the way the computer software works. It's supposed to do that. There's no way it's supposed to do that. I mean, I shouldn't have to argue this with anybody who has a high school education. I mean, it's so bad. It's just so fucking bad. All right. I just can't believe I'm on this planet with people that are so fucking dishonest. It's just, it scares me. Yeah, I don't know how I got banned. I have looked. Go look at the previous video. I just put up 2 posts, made these perfectly rational arguments, and all I did was, you know, respond to comments. I didn't do anything at all. So I did absolutely nothing. There's nothing in any of the comment threads. There's nowhere where I broke any rule. I responded to everybody's comments. Now I did delete a couple of them, okay, because they were doing the blue moonshine thing. They were doxing me in my own box. They're doxing me. I don't have to put up with that shit. And then some other guy, I copied his text, but he posted like 15 pages of nonsense. So there wasn't any physics arguments. It was just a nonsensical narrative about how I am this evil force on the internet or something. And there was just no physics in it, no nothing. So of course I deleted it because I don't have any obligation to go line by line through all those lies. That's ridiculous. It's a physics forum, for fuck's sakes. I'm arguing physics, and these assholes can't make physics arguments. Ugh, just disgusting. Yeah, please, go ahead and appeal it. Yes. Know what I'm going to ask you to fucking do? Okay, you really want to know that? Yeah, because I'm saying everybody else on the internet has supporters. They have defenders. I have useless pieces of turd. Okay, you people can't even press the fucking up button on the, the stupid, I hate the thumbs up crap, but I'm getting nailed. My videos aren't going to be seen because I'm getting nailed. All right, my karma on Reddit was like minus 33. Did I do anything wrong to deserve that karma? No. I spent a whole pile of time, item by item, responding to people. That's what I fucking did. Right? And you get shit for your trouble because it's such a dishonest system. So in the description, look in the description. What I'd like you to do is make a Reddit room and take the chance that they'll ban you. Because I can't tell now. All right. Well, they've blocked the room entirely. So all of it's gone. And then if I try to make a new room, I can't. But it doesn't indicate that my account has been suspended in any way. So it doesn't say anything about how I've been suspended. But apparently I have been because I can't do anything. So I have a Reddit account I can't use. And they won't overtly declare that I have somehow been banned for some cause. Because I didn't violate any fucking rule. And that's why this fucking company should be fucking sued. Because this is bullshit. They tell you can't defend yourself. And I wasn't even defending myself. So again, let's just understand. I didn't go on Blue Moonshine's idiotic Reddit and try to comment and defend myself against that slandering, lying sack of shit. I didn't do any of that. So it's just so outrageous. Oh, he says, but you could try appealing. Well, why don't you go show me where the fucking appeal page is? Because fucking I can't find anything rational on that website about doing anything to protect yourself from harassment. There's nothing. So go ahead, please explain to me. All right, what page do I go to appeal what they don't even say I did? I mean, the page has disappeared. There's nothing here. It just says it's gone. Tough shit. There's no appeal our fucking retarded decision page. It's gone. They don't even acknowledge it on my page that they have annihilated my Reddit or whatever you fucking call it. Anyway. There's no point, right? This is just so pointless. There are no fucking reasonable, fair people on the fucking planet. I've been doing this for years, and the fact that nobody can show up and say, Jesus fucking Christ, this is bullshit, let's do something about it. Not a single person can say a goddamn thing or do a goddamn thing. There's not a single physics person, not a single scientist who will defend my right to fucking goddamn speak. And that's disgusting. My fair access to a fucking audience. They're all censoring, lying pieces of goddamn scuzzy pus. It's just a fucking world full of fucking goddamn fanatics, and they don't give a fuck about winning anything fair. They're such goddamn weaselly cowards. Alright. You can still use... Right, fuck you. I mean, what's the point of you telling me I can do something when I can't do it, you shit? Oh, God. Yeah, what's the fucking point? You can still use Reddit. Use it for fucking what? I could use it without an account. I can read the pages without an account, moron. Oh, my God. These people are fucking... You gotta rationalize it, right? You gotta make excuses for the fucking goddamn thing. Instead of just saying, Gary, you're right, this is bullshit. No, instead you gotta make this rationalization. Well, you can still use Reddit. Use it for what? Toilet paper? What the fuck can I use it for? Please explain to me. If I can't comment to anything, and I can't post anything, what the fuck could I possibly use it for? God damn it. You don't see how fucking stupid your comment is? I mean, you can't understand how fucking goddamn stupid that is to say to me, you can still use it. For nothing. So this is really the problem. There's no intelligent audience on the internet. You can't find one. Can't find a fair person, a reasonable person, anybody with a fucking goddamn brain. Nothing. Yeah, thank you. Because yes, it wasn't very helpful. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't helpful at all. You can appeal. Well, you still haven't shown me the appeal page. So go ahead, show me where the appeal page is. Because they don't have one. Yeah. Sorry. No sale. There isn't one. They won't even tell you who did it. What moderator perpetrated the act. Nothing. They say fucking nothing. And again, this is every fucking forum. Every single fucking time. Wikipedia, whatever, Stack Exchange. Every fucking one of these places does this. And none of these people who give a shit about physics, any people who think physics is interesting and worthy and a great science, none of these fucking cowards will defend the right of somebody to say, well, maybe maybe that axiom of physics is wrong. Maybe we should research this a little bit. Not a single one will defend critiquing or testing their fucking physics. It's just supposed to be a fucking religion. You're just supposed to believe it because they say so. And you fucking idiots who don't even understand it, who haven't even watched any of the lectures, let alone hundreds of them, okay, you just go along because, well, Neil deGrasse says so. Isn't Neil deGrasse the smartest man on earth? Huh? I mean, you're useless. Pressing the X button. What does that mean? Press the X button on the page, and then in the right hand corner there is a chat bubble. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I'm sorry, it doesn't do anything. Alright, I can go through the page and I'll show you. It doesn't do anything. Amazing. You know, that I have to go through this over and over and over again. Alright, so I'll go to my account page. Let's see. Yeah, okay, well, might as well just use this one. Yeah, so I'll find this on here. Alright. So I have to switch which browser I'm in. Alright. So, heart of the internet. I guess that's it. Okay. So, I'll hit the button. Now, I'm not going to hit browse other communities, so we hit the X button, yes, which I've done forever. They put me someplace, who cares? It has nothing to do with me. So you know, everybody else is allowed to have these conversations. Everybody else is allowed to post and say all kinds of wacky shit, but I'm not. And it's just so clear and so unfair. So this is what you get. We had a server error. So I just mouse over my own icon and poof. Well, okay, it didn't happen now, so I can open it. But it doesn't say a damn thing. So there's just nothing in my profile or nothing anywhere that says anything about what the fuck. Alright, we don't want to do that. Yeah, you don't need to see my craps. Yeah, there's nothing there. Alright. See, there it is, server error. So you know something's going on because this red thing is popping up. So you know something's way out of whack. And so it has my post from a couple days ago. So all the posts from the last 2 days is just gone. It's not in the history anywhere. It's just gone. Alright. And you can see the negative 33 karma, whatever the fuck that means. Not one person could follow me, whatever the fuck that means. You know, so it's just like I said, it just proves there's no point. I mean, there's just no point in me talking to human beings. They're just too few, you know, that have any integrity. You know, because there's just you really can't, as one person. It's almost impossible to fight, you know, 8 billion people on Earth, and you know, against one. I mean, that's just not going to work. You know, and I really thought the science types would be on my side. That was my, you know, my misunderstanding, is that intelligent science, people who love science, would be on the side of the truth and getting to the truth. And they'd love things called evidence, and they would hate things called propaganda and, you know, cheats. Alright, so they'd even, so if I hit this, then obviously I'm just going to get this, yeah, this was, you know, it says, not God physics was banned. And again, there was nothing, it's a Reddit, so why you're banning a room? So that's the part that doesn't even make sense. It's a room. Why are you banning the room? You know, it's not the room's fault. If you're going to ban, they should ban me, right? They shouldn't be banning the room. What did the room do wrong? I mean, you could really see my post. There was, you know, I'm gonna put them all on the website, but I mean, all my posts were just arguments about physics. There wasn't nothing to ban. There was nothing wrong with the posts presented in the room. There was no bad post in the room. I mean, none. So what did the room do wrong? Oh, that's right, I didn't do anything wrong except talk about physics, and they won't let you talk about physics. They'll let you slander somebody, but they won't let you talk about physics. All right. So let's see if we can find the... Okay, so here's the room, all right, that doxes me. So this is probably small enough. So let me make it a little smaller. So just so you can see it. But it does, you know, it's doxing me, and there's just a bunch of lies. So they stole the banner from my YouTube channel. They're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be stealing other, you know, make it look like this is somebody else's channel. Okay, so they've just stolen my YouTube channel icon and appearance. And then it's all these fake stories about how I molested somebody or did something wrong. Oh, look, they got rid of some of them. Amazing. I just went to this page just a little while ago, and there was a whole ton of them. But maybe they're only invisible to me, right? So we have to go... I have to go back to the other browser because probably other people can still see them, right? So they've only blocked them from me seeing them, but they haven't blocked them from you seeing them. So that's, again, part of the racket here. So instead of actually saying you can't do this on our medium, you know, on our platform, you can't dox somebody, you can't just do this lying about who the person is. Okay, you can't make a Reddit room devoted to some person and just lying about who they are and what they've done in their life. They shouldn't have to go to Reddit and say, stop doing that, because those are lies. I shouldn't have to fix this, okay? They should be fixing it. All right, and the fact that they won't fix it. So they didn't delete any of that stuff, right? So yeah, so let me do that. Let me go let me go to the other browser where I'm not signed in, and we'll see. We probably can all see all of those things that aren't supposed to be visible. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is my room that's banned. So let's see if I can see it in this. Yes, they're all there. Okay. So all they did was make it so I can't see them. They didn't stop other people from seeing them. You know, it's just such bullshit. So what good is that? How is that fixing the harassment? Right? I mean, isn't that just so obviously a fake? They didn't fix anything. So it's my banner. Here's the same page. This is what somebody who's not me sees. Yeah. So, you know, all these bullshit videos, bullshit lies, all doxing me, all unaccounted for lies. I shouldn't have to, again, defend myself against this litany of horse shit. And there's the artwork they stole. I mean, you know, he's such a small penised man that he had to actually go into Photoshop and edit my penis. I mean, can you get creepier than that? I mean, can you imagine being so petty that you would actually try to make somebody else's penis smaller because they've defeated you so thoroughly? You know, it's just so pathetic. All right. So, why is all that shit still up? Right? So I sent reports about all that shit, and all they did was block me from seeing it. Okay, that's all they did. They didn't take any of it down, didn't do anything. So all of that's okay. You can post shit like that, and the moderators won't do a damn thing. But they blocked me in a matter of hours for talking about physics. And this is acceptable to you motherfucking pieces of scum. I mean, I just can't get over that that's acceptable to you pieces of scum. It's just amazed me. I mean, the internet has been so disappointing. The last 5 years have been just catastrophically disappointing, and how many people have backstabbed me, you know, and just how fucking the stupidity of people, and it just, you know, it's just stunning that I'm still able to function, you know, without letting the depression just completely wipe me out, because it's just so fucking depressing to realize there's just not a redeeming human on this fucking planet. You know what I mean? Outside of the, 4? The rest of them really should just be dog food. I mean, they just deserve the worst they can get because they're all scum. They believe in nothing. You know, nothing beautiful. They're just all scummy cheaters. It's just Trump all the way down. Every fucking human is just a conniving, scheming, weaselly, self-interested piece of shit. Amazing. Surprised the hell out of me. I had a pretty poor, like I said, I had a pretty poor opinion of humans. Didn't like them very much, but thought it was more like 50-50 thing. I thought half of them were, that you wouldn't mind being within a couple of feet of, but to realize that they're all, covered in cooties, it's just so disappointing. All right, so there's nothing much to say there, but it's just disgusting that this is the internet, and this is hopeless. I mean, there's no way to have. There's no way for justice to get done. There's nothing good can happen here, because it's just, I mean, if people don't want the truth, there's no point. And I just can't believe they don't want the truth about something so simple as physics, that somehow they want the truth to be some silly, wooey horse shit. I mean, I just don't understand why. Why do you want to believe in entangled particles? What the fuck sense does that shit make? You want that to be the truth? There's ESP particles. I mean, it's just it's so silly. And you're just sitting here saying, how could people want that? How could they possibly think that could be real? That nature would never figured out how to capitalize on it. So with our hundreds of billions of neurons, our brain can't in any way, use this magical function that exists in the universe. It's just ridiculous. All right, so as usual, there's probably nobody here. There's probably no point in me making the video. I'm just going to make the video and make the point that I would appreciate if somebody is willing to create a Reddit account, and then I can give you the physics arguments, and you could just post them. We can wait and see. I don't know what to say about my account. Like I said, what's the point of having the account if I can't use it? If I can't post and they won't tell me I'm banned, what are you supposed to do, right? Because they have a rule against making another account, so I'm just fucked then, right? I don't get to use the account. I can't do anything with the account, so what's the fucking point? You're just blocked entirely. So all I can do is to say, if you're willing to create the physics arguments, I'll send you the responses. So people can comment. I'll read the comments, and I'll send you my responses to those comments. Something like that. But it really shouldn't. They shouldn't get away with this. They shouldn't be allowed to evade these arguments. They weren't that. I already did. They're in the previous video. These are not arguments that anybody should be afraid of. A paragraph about the subject of gravity, and they have to annihilate it from existence? Nobody can see it? Nobody has to answer it ever? No, there's no point in me rehashing. I guess that's all I'll do, is I'll just keep making the gravity argument over and over again and just say that's it. That's all you can do. And then just wait for the future to show up. And I don't know what the future, like I said, you probably don't have a future, frankly. If the idiocracy is this deep, if human beings have found the truth contemptuous and something to this aggressively censor, I mean, if they have to go to this much trouble to silence it, you got to say, yeah, you're fucked. So you will get what you deserve, probably. You probably won't allow, the system's going to, it's going to eat itself, because you really don't care about civilization, and you don't care about the truth, and that's what you people demonstrate. And I would hope I could live long enough to see it. Frankly, I'd love to, see you get what you deserve, because there's nothing else. What else is there? There's no, you've left no other door open, because you're so unreasonable and so dishonorable that there's nothing to do but just say, yeah, I'm waiting for the karma. I mean, as a concept, I don't believe in any such thing. But if when deserve does show up, deserve has nothing to do with it. Clint Eastwood line movie, makes perfectly good sense. But the fact is that on those occasions where it does, it is gratifying. And so I won't be able to resist being gratified when deserve shows up. So I guess that's all I can say on the subject. But this is just bullshit that somebody can take my visuals from my YouTube channel, post them on this shithole, and then prevent me from defending myself. But besides that, I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even waste my time arguing with these pieces of pus. I just wanted the right to make physics arguments, and they wouldn't even let me do that. And it's just disgusting. It's disgusting that you people find this acceptable. Disgusting. Yeah, alright. I guess that's enough of a rant. So, we'll see if anybody says anything to say, and then I'll just get the hell out of here. But what a shitty... It's been a shitty winter. Okay, the winter's been obnoxious. And, the last few weeks are just... Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, now press that once, and then you'll see inside there's a box, and there will be a message. Reddit gives a reason for the ban. Well, there's no fucking message, so what are you telling me this shit for? Oh, God. It's not in the notification box, so it's not there. So let me go to the notifications and prove it's not there. Oh, just, what a waste of time. Alright, so here's notifications. Alright, hit notifications. See anything there? No. Nothing. This is a comment thing here, so that's nothing. I was supposed to review a comment they marked as spam. So they marked it as spam, and I'm just supposed to confirm that. So there's nothing here about me being banned. Nothing. 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 Alright, let's see what else the guy said. I mean, I shouldn't even bother to say, and tell me, because there is nothing. You're claiming there's something to appeal. There's nothing to appeal. There's no notice on my channel. There's no notice on my anywhere telling me what the fuck happened. And this red banner just keeps popping up, server error. So, what the fuck? You want to tell me this is the way the website's supposed to function? Oh, fuck you. This is bullshit. Alright. Do you see the notification in your inbox? It's in the upper right-hand corner. It looks like a chat bubble. Well, if you're saying the chat bubble, that's different than the notification bell, right? The notification bell is not a chat bubble. But the chat bubble does no good either. Okay. Unable to show the room. Yeah, so what does that mean? The chat room? There's no chat room. So do you see anything there? Do you? Is there something here I can do anything with? There's nothing. There's people who wanted to chat, and frankly, I tried to delete them, and I couldn't even delete them. You can't even get them out of your chat window. So I actually tried to get them unchatting, because I'm saying, why do I want to chat with these lying sacks of shit? And I couldn't even fix that. So there's nothing there, right? I mean, let me make it bigger. Oh, it's not even visible. Let me show you. Okay. Alright, so I have to go back to the page where I'm signed in. Oh, what a pile of pain in the ass this is. Where the hell fucking is it? Google. It's not Chrome. Alright, live streaming, no. Firefox, no. Weird. Alright, let's see if I can find it. It's got to be here, right? It's not here. That is weird. Alright. It should show me the Chrome window. Why isn't it showing me the Chrome window? Fuck you people. It's your fault. Yeah, it really is. It probably is all your fault somehow. Inbox. Chrome. I don't want the inbox. Alright, well, we'll see. Test it real quick. Yeah, that's okay. Alright. So, I hit the chat thing. This one. Okay, brought up this crap. Doesn't do a damn thing. So, I can't do anything with that. Hit the bell. The bell doesn't do a damn thing. Here, see? Nothing. Bell, nothing. Alright, hit the chat thing. Nothing. Chats, nothing. Just filter chat inbox. There's no chats. There's no nothing. It's just crap. Okay. Let me get rid of that box. It doesn't even have a, can't even get rid of this shit when you want to get rid of it. Alright, so let's see what else was said. Alright, inbox, chat bubble, I did that. Can't even see it. There's a request for someone to chat, which is Reddit. Where? It's not Reddit, you idiots. It's some moron who wants to chat. Ugh, okay, some moron I didn't care to talk to. So here, I'll hit the request and you'll see it's just a moron. This is from both. He's some moron who wants to chat. Gary something crap. I didn't say yes. I said, fuck you. So I guess I should have just said ignore. But, there's nothing here, right? Hello, Gary, are you there? Mythbuster said it equals something. And then he posts some couple of bullshit links. So obviously I don't have to pretend that's a real, so I'll ignore it, right? And then we have say, look, threads, none. Okay, you satisfied? There's nothing from any mod. There's nothing here. Nothing. Shit. All right. First time with the chat, which is Reddit. Okay, so it isn't Reddit, so you're just bullshitting. So sorry, you're wrong. It's not Reddit. Oh, fuck. I'm going to make it bigger if you want it bigger, but I mean, it's not Reddit. See? Nothing. There's this moron, there's Piro, and there's this moron, and that's it. Draft physics mod. Okay, this was from earlier, so this one won't have anything. This was when I was temporarily muted from Ask Physics. All right, so let's see what this one says. Let's see. Draft physics is permanently banned from Ask Physics. So that happened a few days ago, February 1. All right, and this one is, hello, you have been permanently banned from participating in Ask Physics because your comment violates the community rules. There was no comment that violated the rules. You won't be able to post a comment, but you still can view and subscribe to it. I mean, it's just hilarious. Oh, Jesus. It's too silly. If you have any question regarding the ban, you can contact the moderator team by replying to this message. No, you can't. So I already tried that. So I did reply to the message, and I did send them I didn't do anything wrong. You're full of shit. I didn't say full of shit, but I don't know if the message is. Let's see if it's still there. No. Okay, let's see. Reply to the message. There's no reply button. Let's see. Ask Physics mod. Okay, so that didn't help any. Yeah, that didn't help at all. Alright. Never mind that. So what's this report thing? Why do I need a report to a mod? That's pretty silly. Well, anyway, nothing happened, so obviously something's wrong there. Oh, here I said, all I've done is argue physics. You're claiming anyone who disagrees with you must be stopped and blocked. I will make a public comments about your cowardice in your pathetic duplicity in how you apply the rules of this forum. You allow doxing, harassing, lying, and you do nothing. And yet you silence me for committing no rational trespass. So I already appealed. It didn't mean anything. Nothing happens. All right, and it says I've been temporarily muted. So what's the point of that, right? They banned me, and then they say I've been temporarily muted from Ask Physics, which now that says you will not be able to message the moderators for 28 days. So they're telling me I can't even appeal for 28 days. I can't message them. I can't do anything for 28 days, right? When I wait 28 days to message, can you see that? I mean, it's a ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous mush. All right? Make it bigger. I mean, it's just too silly. So there's nothing new. This happened yesterday. So, this was old news. All right. So you can see this, right? Okay. So I did respond. Then they said I can't message. And then you have a little thing here where you can message. But is there any point in me messaging when they say I've been muted for 28 days? And it's the Ask Physics moderator. So this doesn't have anything to do with their destroying my other room. So the fact that they destroyed my room, there is no reference to the destruction of my room in this chat crap. So you can tell me they do that, but they didn't do that, obviously. So there's no appeal here, obviously. Obviously. All right. They're obviously unreasonable and aren't even, let's see, confident enough in what they believe to stand up for it against the opposition. Yes, it's just disgusting, disgusting, disgusting behavior. And it's disgusting that nobody comes to my defense. Yeah, nobody. Like I said, nobody could even show up and go to my room and join it. So if there was 100 people, 150 people watching this video, apparently none of them have Reddit accounts, and none of them could do anything supportive. It's just disgusting. I created a new one called Do Not God Physics. Well, but okay, it's all right. I don't even know how you got away with that, but okay, it's good enough. Okay, it's good enough. Yes, never mind. Okay, I'll quit complaining. All right, and so I'll just send me an email so I can send you the text, okay, and the image. Or maybe I'll just put it online. It's probably easier if we do this by email, but okay, maybe I can just put it up on my website. And so I'll make a page on my website called Fairy. Okay, that's it. So it'll be ephilism, ephilism.com /fairy HTML. Okay, and I'll communicate with you through that page. All right. Got that? Say confirm, or say you'll be able to. One of the others. Yeah. Just pick one. Okay. Well, okay is good enough. Let's see. Those clowns need to be fought against and held accountable. Well, it's just disgusting, like I said. What is the point of blocking, especially, like I said, all the posts are just one paragraph where I just argue something simple like, well, what about the fact that, and that is too threatening to them. You just can't bring up the fact, well, there isn't any evidence of it taking 25 times the fuel to go 5 times as fast. Doesn't that bother you? As science lovers, aren't you bothered that there's no evidence you could show? I mean, that's something that happens a million times every day, right? I mean, it's supposed to actually happen a million times every day. Probably a billion times every day, right? A billion times every day something goes 5 times as fast. And so, we really should have a videotape of the 25 times the fuel it took to make it go 5 times as fast. There really should be some evidence of that. It's really not asking for too much. But yeah, that'd be a good page. Like I said, because I'm going to make the web page anyway, because I'm just going to put up the post I had put up on Reddit that they deleted. I mean, all the posts were pretty simple arguments. They're obviously, there's no spam. I didn't even mention my Draft Physics channel at all. Didn't say a damn thing. I mean, besides having the Draft Physics name for my account, I didn't say draftphysics.com. I didn't post any links to my content. The only video that was mine, somebody else put in the chat. I didn't post it. They posted it. And I even told them I didn't really like what they did. So, I mean, there was nothing about it that was in any way self-promoting. I just wanted to argue fucking physics, and they won't let you do it. And it's like, again, this should bug all these people online, all these talking heads, Professor Dave types, and all the rest of them. They should find this offensive, because they're fighting all these flat earthers and all this pseudoscience, but they should find it disgusting that their own science is so fascist, and it won't even allow people to speak. It won't even allow them to make the argument. Yeah, I know you're going to. Yes, you're taking the risk of being banned, but there's nothing else you could do. What else? What other choice is there? Let them ban. You all have to take some kind of stand. Okay. What else is there? And it'll just be more evidence of how disgusting the whole medium is, because they have a whole gang of people that are going to slander me, and I can't do a damn thing about it. And there's nothing no way for us to defend our position at all. I mean, it's disgusting. Like I say, I mean, I don't think you're going to get away with it, frankly. But yes, it's worth trying, right? Let's see what happens. Because obviously I'm doing this right publicly. I'm saying, the arguments are fair arguments. They shouldn't be censored. Okay? If you're not going to let me post them, then somebody else who believes in them should be allowed to post them. So they can't really say he's not allowed to do that. Right now they're posting my content that I didn't sanction them using it. I didn't say you can use that video of mine. I didn't give them permission to use any of that content. Why are they allowed to use my content against me? Why? Why can't somebody else use my content against them? No, there's no, So yeah, it is they really shouldn't have any. They should, look, we already know their dicks are really tiny. So yes, maybe they're just going to say, we know it's him. So therefore, we're going to punish you because you're not allowed to agree with him. You're not allowed to see any value in anything he says. That's how far they're going to go. They're not even going to tell me I have to shut up. They're going to say anybody who agrees with me has to shut up. So to me, it's a really good test. And if you get banned, then I want somebody else to take the risk. It's not asking that much, right? What do you need your fucking Reddit account for anyway? Is there anything really happening on Reddit that matters? That's interesting? To me, the only thing that is interesting is to argue physics. What else is interesting on this planet, frankly? Is there anything else interesting? I don't see anything else that's interesting. The truth. How does this fucking universe work? That's the only interesting subject. So anyway. Yeah, it's just, it's got to be pushed. Somebody's got to push. You can't just let them win. Somewhere you got to take a stand and say, okay, you got to do something. So like I said, I did title this, maybe it's time that I bite the bullet and, spend a couple of months doing paperwork. But I've been there and done that, okay? The fact is I do know how to file a lawsuit. Have to get back up to speed. Have to get my printer working. Because you got to do 5 million copies of everything, and then spend a fortune on, sending everybody hard copies of everything because it's still an archaic system. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's see. They have deleted my post from Ask Physics in the past for bringing up your channel and your physics arguments. So yes, you're really taking a chance because they're already demonstrating that they won't let anybody talk about this stuff. So they're going to try to ban your room. Then that's probably what's going to happen, right? Yeah. Well, we'll see. Well, like I said, it'll be more evidence of just how bad it is. Just how bad it is. So all these people who say there's no conspiracy, well, this looks exactly like a conspiracy. Again, in Ask Physics, I was kicked out in 2 hours. 2 hours. And again, when you just see what I wrote, it's a paragraph. And all it states is, I have never seen it take 25 times the fuel to go 5 times as fast. Could you please show me a link? That's all. And they banned it. They said you can't ask that question. It's amazing. All right. Well, what email? Well, I'll see what email you used. So it'll take me a while because I have to get the other email address. But thank you. Good enough. Someone needs to ask them why they are afraid of arguments against their position. Well, we already know why they're afraid, because it is humiliating. It's really humiliating when, like say you're a flat earther, and you're 45 years old, and then you find out, oh, I spent my whole life believing in nonsense. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a little bit jolting, I would imagine. Or one of these people that belongs to a cult or something, and they never even they, they had no idea there was a whole different world out there, and it wasn't, their silly religion or something. Yeah, so that's a traumatic thing to have to go through. And so that's their real problem, is they can't even contemplate having to face that reality that they're going to look really stupid. I mean, not a little bit stupid. They're going to look really stupid, like gigantically stupid. And that they said a whole bunch of things and wrote things on placards and put up billboards and did all this stuff selling absolute shit. And that they, especially the teachers, they were teaching crap. They were breaking people's brains with their gibberish and nonsense. Yeah, that's a hard thing to accept. So I get why they're resistant. But honor and integrity, they should be able to look at themselves in the mirror, and see a knight in shining armor. To see somebody fighting for rightness, integrity, justice, and say, I'm going to be a fighter for those things. So even though I have to take a hit, I'm going to do the right thing. Because I'm a white hatter. I'm not a black hatter. They're just black hatters. That's the real evil here. All right. I'm fine with the website thing. Yes, tell me what you want the description to be. It's in the description of this video. So, I could find that, right? I should be able to find that. Yeah. It should be, it's in one of these things. Here it is. All right, and if I scroll down here, no, I can't see the description anymore. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I will post it to you. I could just read it, I guess. Yeah, it's somewhere in here. All right, I can't do it there because that's the window that's open to this. So I have to. What the fuck? I got too many. It's too much going on here. Alright, so we don't need the Ask Physics anymore thing. So we can get rid of this, and then I can safely go someplace else. So that's what I'll do. Alright, so this is what I wrote. Physics isn't a science, it's a silly religion full of jihading practitioners who care nothing for the truth and the honest practices that are its acquisition. A substantial part of physics is silly made-up mush. Some of it can fairly be compared to believing in hobgoblins. But no reasonable person can fairly challenge that mush without being silenced and abused. No fair trial, no fair arguments, just lies and distortions. Unfortunately, I added text, but there was, you run out of characters. So I said, to protect them from having to concede, they did some bad science. So you could say lies and distortions in defense of bad science. That's probably enough room for that. But anyway, you can always edit it, so no problem. All right, let's see. We could probably put a better image on the damn thing here, right? Well, I could draw something better. I could put a picture up. Yeah, here's the drawing from one of the physics arguments, right? The simple argument. It's so simple. So you just have compressed air inside of a spaceship, and you're just going to let the compressed air shoot out. And the simple truth is, all the MV will be perfectly conserved. So if you take the MV of all the little pieces flying out, right? And you could do this experiment different ways, right? You could actually put little ball bearings in there, or big ball bearings. So you could have big things shoot out, and you could have little things shoot out. And the simple truth is that the momentum will always be the same. No matter how big or small the little objects are, it'll always be the same. But the kinetic energy will be all over the place. Okay, so you get all kinds of wacky numbers for the kinetic energy. Just indicating that how could the energy change? There's only so much pressure. I can't possibly change the energy by what I'm shooting out. If I shoot big things or I shoot small things, it's the same amount of energy pushing them out. So it really can't change. It always has to be the same momentum. But obviously, like again, the kinetic energy will be 1,000,000 times different. So the little tiny air particles will have a KE of 1,000,000 something, and the KE of the spaceship will be 2. That's the truth. You'll lose 99.999999% of the kinetic energy will be missing. And there won't be any, you can't say, oh, it's deformation. Oh, it made a whole bunch of heat. No, it didn't make any of that shit. Okay, it made a whole bunch of cold, actually. The spaceship got colder. But anyway, yeah. So that's the truth. They don't care about the truth. So it's simple. Simple argument, simple physics. And then the other argument I did, was the gravity one that I've been over so many times. And there's just no way not to realize you go 1/4 of the distance and you're already going half the speed. You're going half the speed, 1/4 of the distance. Yeah. Half your speed. You're only going to go twice the speed of this tiny drop in this whole big drop. You're only going to get twice the speed. How the fuck could you have 4 times the energy? How could you think you collected 4 times the energy? And again, the force is it's doing this. It's compressing at the inverse square law. So it is pushing from both sides, all sides. And so it's, the force is hitting the object and can only collect it in the time it's in it. So it's just like a paint spray. So it doesn't matter how much distance it travels. It just matters how much time it takes it to get from point A to point B. That's the only time it can collect gravity, going from point A to point B. And so the faster it gets there, the less force it's going to collect. And the slower it gets there, the more force it's going to collect, obviously. And so it's only 2 units of time. So it only can collect 2 units of gravitational push. It's only 2 units of time. 2 units of 9.8. How can you believe there's 4 units of energy? It's so dumb. And this is the part, like I said, this is why they won't let this argument be made. Is because it proves how stupid they are that they could possibly think this is 4 units of distance and that's how it collects the energy is in units of distance. And again, the thin ice argument was part of this. So, I stated right at the bottom of the statement is, thin ice proves this point. This is the gravity argument. Why can you go across thin ice? Well, you can get across thin ice because you can go across it quickly. And you can change how much force you collected while you were over the ice. You'll collect less force because you're going faster through the paint spray. The faster you go through the spray, the less spray you get on you. The faster you go from the, if you want to evade the sun, when you're going from door to door and you want to evade the sun, the quicker you go from door to door, the less suntan you get. Duh. It's so obvious and so clear, and they can't allow this argument to be made because they don't have any rational response. It is clearly a force you get in units of time. It's 9.8 meters per second of increased velocity per every 1 second. That's what this little thing says. Every 1 second you get 9.8. 1 second units of time, not 1 meter units of distance. No, it's 1 second units of time. And they won't want this argument to be made. They have to shut it up. They have to shut it down. They have to stop it from being made. Nobody can say it. Nobody can challenge them to counter it. They refuse to allow that to happen. All right. Obviously evil. Just obvious. All right. Let's see. You have to abide by the rules a little. I don't even know what that means, but of course you'll have to abide by the rules. And I didn't break any rule. I didn't break any rule. I didn't out anybody. I didn't do anything to anybody. I didn't say anything except, somebody says, Dunning-Kruger. And I said something like, smug and booger. That's the extent of my rhetorical response. Let's see. For sure, someone needs to ask them, why are they so afraid? Okay, we've already answered that part. But I'm fine with the website thing. Tell me what you want, the description. Okay, you have to abide by the rules a little. I don't even know what that means, but all right, check your email. Well, I can't check it now, so you'll have to wait. Depends on where you sent the email, frankly. Let's see where you sent it. If you sent it to one email address, I can read it here, but if you didn't, I can't read it on this computer. No, you didn't send it to this one. Yeah, I have my old Reddit here. Let's see, it says 6 p.m. You started our Not God Physics. Now what? Yeah, you finished it. So why? It's so funny. They said I start a community, and I didn't. You just canceled it. I didn't start it. So they can't even send you a rational email. Hilarious. What the fuck? How could they send me that email? Let me see the date on that. It's crazy. What the fuck is it doing here? Oh. I mean, why doesn't Gmail show me the fucking time? It says 6 p.m. So how could that email come to me at 6 p.m.? So it's 6 p.m. I think I can show you this without... Yeah, I think I can show it without doxing myself in any way. I mean, just amazing. Just, everything is just... Yeah, you have to say, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so I should be... Okay, let me just hit this real quick. Yeah, that's it. Alright, I have to make this smaller. But why would they send me this email? When they just killed my room. I didn't remake the room. So why are they sending me this email, right? You started a community, now what? In the community I started, it says... you did it, Draft Physics. You created Not God Physics. Why would it send me that email, whatever it is, 5 hours ago? Let's turn into a hub people want to join, post in, and be part of. It's so ridiculous, right? Do all this crap so you can just completely waste your time because we're going to delete it all. We're going to just wipe it all out because it's outside of our groupthink. This isn't Reddit. This is fascist, we like us, we hate you. That's all this is. This doesn't have anything to do with any kind of forum where people can communicate with each other fairly. But amazing. Why would they send me this message? You started. Do not God Physics. I mean, not God Physics. Why would they do that? I mean, just... You have to say that's just ridiculous, right? Yes, everybody has to agree that's ridiculous. So let's see if there's anything here that I need to worry about. No. Okay. So you don't need to see any more of that. Amazing. Just fucking amazing. The internet is just... yeah. This just isn't any point. Yeah, it's just so broken. Life on Earth, it's just so bad. Alright, let's see what it says here. Alright, just look up Do Not God Physics. Yeah, okay, and you'll probably see it. Yes, well, I haven't, we just add a couple of posts and you tell me how it is so far. Yeah, well, there's nothing to it, but okay. It shouldn't be that complicated, right? Yeah, right. Shouldn't be that complicated. Alright, so I just type over this crap and I'll put, let's see, which window do I have open? I have to change it again. Ugh, how much work I have to do. Alright, I'll make that live. And then it's do not God Physics CS. Right? It didn't type for some reason. Nothing's working, right? Alright, do not God. Please, just, yes. Thank you. Oh, fuck. What? Why are you using my banner? I don't want my YouTube banner on my icon on this page. So, yeah, don't do that. Very bad idea. This isn't about me. It's about physics arguments. Don't you get it? It's not about me. It's not about my theories. I have a whole bunch of theories to compete with their shit. I have a whole bunch of rational explanations for things. This is about critiquing their physics, period. Just saying you don't have any evidence for your fable. This is about them being a religion. Okay? And that's all it is, a dogmatic religion. Sorry, I don't mean to be, but no, do not use my... obviously, the fucking troll account is using my YouTube identity. I'm not going to put my YouTube identity on here. Oh, shit. So, yes, don't use the banner. No banner's necessary. It doesn't need a fucking banner. Just a little icon. So a little round icon, grab that and put that as the icon, period. That's all it needs. Doesn't need anything more than that. Yeah. Oh, good. You got the description, though. Yeah, very nice. And if you're going to have some rules, the rules should be, well, you shouldn't even have to say no spam, but, argue the argument. Messengers are irrelevant. Messages matter. Yeah, so just call a rule, messages matter. Messengers are irrelevant. Argue the argument. yeah. Okay, we just keep saying that over and over. Anyway. So, get rid of the banner, but that really bothers me. Stop yelling. I'm going to fix it. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm sorry. I can't even describe how impatient I am. I'm just so sick of everything. So I'm sorry if I'm throwing up on you, but I'm just so, I'm just, I do want to just puke in everybody's face. I mean, this planet is disgusting. These creatures are disgusting. So, anyway. So again, yes, like I said, I'll send you the posts and the title text and then the body text. And, you probably know how to do this, but, you have to be a little tricky about putting images in, so you, have to create a space, put text above and then have text, spaces and then text below and then put the image in and then you can modify the text on either side of the image. That works best. Because if you don't do that, you can't get, the image blocks you from being able to put text above it or below it, depending on where it is. At least it did in my browser, Firefox. Well, I believe I was in Chrome when that happened, actually. Yeah, it probably was Chrome. But yeah, god damn it. I hate this planet. Alright. Oh, banner's still there. Okay. Yeah, I have to wait. I wonder if I could, let's see if I could post. That'll be interesting. So let me see. Create post. I'm not logged in, so I can't do that. Yeah, alright. Never mind. I have to go into the other channel. I should, I guess, sign out and then sign back in and see what my account says when I sign back in. Probably say something like, you can't do that. Alright, let me see what happens if I try to load the page. This page in the other browser. I don't want to be there. I'll be here. Set some kind of crap. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, create post. Alright, so let's see what happens. See if it lets me post in this room. Yeah, that'd be funny. It's so ridiculous, really. It's just so fucking ridiculous. They have to go through all this crap. Alright, so let me find the text of... Yeah, let me find that. Alright, find the text for the 9.8 meters per second argument. Maybe we'll do that one first. Alright, coming, thanks for blah 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 blah. They didn't do anything wrong. Or just what the hell did they type all that crap for? Huh. So I got a transcript of what I'd said before. Huh. Let's see, a simple, okay, compressed air, here we go. A simple rocket experiment. Alright, so let's do the rocket one first. Copy. Alright, and then we go to, see, I'm probably going to waste my time, right? I mean, I'll go to this trouble to set up the post, and then it just won't publish it, you know, it'll just fail. But we'll see. Alright, so let me grab that as a title. Alright, let's just change the title a little. Yeah, maybe I don't need that first thing because they ended my whole, I had different arguments, so I was saying the first argument would be this one. Alright, so that looks pretty good, and then let's put the image at the bottom, I guess, right? Maybe in the middle. Let's see. Thrust, how exactly, how much momentum. Well, we'll just do it at the end. Hell with it. Alright, let me pop an image in there. Oh shit, my folder's crashing. Come on, folder. I'm not asking much from you shits. Come on, Linux. Come on. Not asking for much from you fuckers. Come on, don't fail me now. Simple little task here. Just gonna drag and drop an image. You can do it. I know you can. I know you can. Come on, buddy. I guess it's in pictures. Okay, yeah, pictures. So there it is. Alright, that should do her. And see what happens. Post. Da-dun-da-dun. So it let me post it, so that's pretty cool. Oh, sorry, this post was removed. It is hilarious, right? I mean, it's just so petty. It's so fucking petty. Alright, so I have to send you the post. But just amazing. Oh, God. Yeah, so what's the point? So why didn't they just cancel my account? Why didn't they have the balls to just say you can't post here anymore? It's just such a, they're just so dishonorable that they won't even honestly tell you, oh, we've decided just to, annihilate your right to post. Alright, let's see if we can find this stupid, so you can see this. I have to see if I can get this thing to load. Sure. Yeah, how come it's not showing? That's weird. Strange. It should show. How come it's not showing? Well, what else can I try? There's nothing else you can try there. Yeah, it should show up here. Oh, Google Chrome. There it is. Alright. So, yeah, so you probably... Oh, I'll just zoom it up. Yeah, so I posted it, and they were, sorry, your post was removed by Reddit filters. Yeah, the honest physics conversation filters. There can't be any honest physics conversations. No, we can't allow any of that. Alright, just such bullshit. Ugh, oh God, this planet. Alright, so anyway, find the chat again, and alright, so that was a failure. Let's see. Okay, so is there anything else to say? I guess not. Yeah, I'll have to wait to... I have a Gmail email, but I don't want to put it in this room. Forget that. But anyway, you could, But anyway, I'll eventually get your email, and then I'll eventually send you the text, and I'll eventually post it online. Yeah, they didn't even put the image in the thing. So, oh yeah, there it is. Pretty cool. But yeah, so why can I see the post? It's just so silly, right? I can see it, but it says, "Sorry, this post was removed by Reddit filters." Yeah, it's like, what? It's just, too silly. All right, so you both tip is your frickin' username. Okay. I don't really understand anybody's usernames, unfortunately, but whatever. So it looks nice. I mean, it looks as good as it did before. So yeah, it's just such a simple argument, right? So this is what they won't allow you to say on Reddit. You can't say this on Reddit. Simple rocket experiment proving momentum is real energy and kinetic energy is silly fable. The premise is simple. A rocket containing something as simple as compressed air produces a thrust, giving it a momentum. If you calculate the net total momentum of the particles of thrust, you will know exactly how much momentum the spacecraft will possess in the opposite direction. Momentum will be perfectly conserved. Oh, I forgot to bold that, so you bold that part. If you calculate the kinetic energy of the thrust particles, you will calculate a useless number that will not predict the energy of the spacecraft's motion. Kinetic energy is not conserved, and there will be no reasonable explanation for where the missing energy is. A solid proof for the fair and reasonable. So I guess I don't know if I need that a little bit, but whatever. So anyway. Just like seeing it again. Yay, there it is. Yeah, it's back. But it's not. Yeah. Anyway, it's just like I said, that's the physics argument they have to stop people from making. People can't make that physics argument. And that's all the argument was. Promise. There was that argument and this kind of argument. Those are the only arguments there. And then the argument saying, where's the evidence of 25 times the fuel to go 5 times as fast? That's all. All right. Not sure what image to use. Changed. Yes, don't use any. Okay. And the icon, like I said, just grab anything. I don't really give a shit. The little circle-y icon just makes something pretty. But you could use the little, my icon from YouTube for that. Just a little particle thing. But you could use lots of things. Just whatever. Any old image will do. I had, fish in a circle, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. I'm not particular, okay, about that. So I should be able to get back to the home page here, right? Yeah. So let's see. Refresh the page and see if it's changed. Yeah. Oh, I don't want a banner. I know. I don't want a banner. Can't you do it without a banner? I don't. I hate this. Yeah, I hate it. I hate banners. Banners are a waste of space. Just no banner. You can have no banner. I had no banner. No banner is perfectly legal. You don't have to have a stupid fucking banner. But anyway, whatever. You can leave. I don't care. I'm not gonna go crazy over the banner. But I don't like it. It implies that accelerator experiments actually detect something real, and they don't. It'd be better just to show the radiation going out in straight lines than this loop-de-doo shit that doesn't really happen. And Newton's cradles are, pretty much useless unless you put different sized balls on them. They don't, it's like a duh experiment, Doesn't do anything interesting. Anyway. My post is gone. It's gone. All right. So anyway, it's good that at least it's there, and I can give you a couple of posts, and we'll just start off with like 2 posts. And I guess, I don't know, I didn't see any feature where you could stop people from posting, other people. But, it'd probably be best if you just said nobody else can post, because they're just going to post trash. They don't, there's nobody else on the side of critiquing physics. The only people who want to critique physics are me. I'm the only honest person on earth, and the rest of the people are all buyers of this bullshit. They're all selling the snake oil. Let's see. Blue Moon Jedi has been leading a crusade on Reddit and has paid attention. I don't even know what that means. But whatever. He created a Reddit. He got banned for whatever reason. I assume it's Blue Moonshine. Still not making sense to me. Anyway. Okay, what Reddit page is this? What is this? How many people just show up and they're like, oh, come on. What Reddit page is this that he got banned from? I got banned from my own Reddit page. So there's one called Not God Physics. And they blew it. They made it disappear entirely. I got banned from Ask Physics, and I got banned from Hypothetical Physics. Something like Hypothetical Physics. So I got banned from both of those rooms for nothing, for just making physics arguments. Just commenting on other people's, a couple of the comments were totally positive, where I was just telling somebody it's an interesting subject, blah, 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 blah. So it's just such bullshit. So I was banned, so just understand, I was banned from 2 rooms, which just means I couldn't post to those rooms. And then they completely annihilated my Reddit. Okay, he created a Reddit. He got banned for whatever reason. So again, it keeps... There's no reason. We know what the reason is, yes. I don't think it's Blue Moonshine, frankly, because frankly, I think he has sock accounts. I think he's in trouble himself. I mean, what he's doing on Reddit is disgusting. And it seems clear that he has more than one account. So, Alright, if anyone of you want to please me, whatever this is, it's making capital letters, and Gary, make a Reddit account and post stuff to fight against Looney Tune. Thank you. And post stuff to fight against Looney Tune. Is that another Reddit room? What the hell is that? Fight against Looney Tune. I wonder what that is. Is that actually a room? What the hell is that? It's too many letters. You can only have 21 letters, I think. That looks like more than 21. And it's not continuous, so that doesn't work either. Obviously, people should make a Reddit account. It's not that hard. And they should go to Do Not God Physics, okay, and join. They shouldn't post anything yet, but they should positively comment on the effort to make physics accountable. Because that's a positive thing to do, is to make any science statements accountable. They should be well proven, honestly proven, with real evidence, not just stories and bullshit. It should be real physics, real science. Really real. Alright, so maybe I'll try to send you a banner. I don't even know where you get these banners from. I mean, I don't know, did you create this banner? I mean, it's just, do they stick the icon on here? And then you give them a banner icon, and then you give them the icon. Yeah, so I would, if you're going to want to put something, have KE in a little circle, just have the KE with the line through it. That'd be, I guess, a good enough representation of do not KE. Yeah, do not. Silly physics. Do not MV squared. You could put MV squared and put a red line through it. I suppose I could do that. I could make an icon. So we'll worry about that later. No stress. I appreciate you making the page. Thank you. I wish I could use it, but, unfortunately I can't. And such. But I shall send you the necessaries. I shall make a webpage with the necessaries. God. It's so irritating. I mean, to spend years doing this physics stuff, it's just been so much work. Having to watch lectures over and over again to make sure I understand what they're saying and all this stuff, and then to try to draw all this stuff for years. I spent years drawing and trying to make a mechanical system that would work, and it's just amazing to be treated so fucking shabbily. Especially by people like Piro. It's just disgusting, that fucking piece of goddamn human garbage. It's just so... If the fucker was in my house, he actually came to my house, that motherfucker, and pretended he was a friend or something. That piece of human garbage. Disgusting. Just people. Damn it. What am I exactly doing right now? I don't remember. Yeah. What am I trying to do? Okay. Nothing important. Okay. Did he message you or something? Yeah, well, he sent me some stupid little one-sentence line. So, just saying, you asshole. This is just like Wikipedia. I'm like, yeah, it is just like Wikipedia. That's right. It's disgusting. I'm getting banned for making physics arguments. Why the fuck should that happen? So it didn't even make sense. His commentary was retarded. Yeah, okay, I can show you a Puro thing. All right, so let's see. So where are we now? Are we in... let's see, is it the right browser? Yeah, I should be able to get there from here. So, chat. There's Piro. You are an idiot, Gary. Same thing as with Wikipedia all over again. That's what he sent me. And so I just sent him the link to the room. They keep giving this the red bar, unable to show the room, whatever that is. I'm in a chat box. Why do we have to show me a room? You can see that, right? Maybe. Yeah, you can see it. So anyway, the Piro's message is right down there. But yeah, just what a pile of useless mush. This is before anything got banned, right? So nothing was banned yet. I hadn't get kicked out of any rooms yet. So he already knew, that this fascist nut house that he's, and all he comments on is movies and other kinds of tripe stuff. So he doesn't even pay attention to any good categories. So if you go to Piro's account, PYRRHO 144, it's all like waste of time, girly crap. So we see that he doesn't have any reasonable interest in life anymore anyway. What a sack of shit. I don't even know what this fucking icon is. Fucking dresser. What the hell is that? I guess it's a square like a robot or something. So he thinks he's a robot, I guess. Well, he actually thinks he's some sort of spiritual monkey thing or something. He's like a shaman. So he's got a TV on his head. Well, at least that's better than the regular Reddits, those stupid looking things. But I mean, this is all such girly shit. I mean, why does this appeal to anybody? These idiotic girly icons. Yuck! It's like being in kindergarten or something. Yuck! Yuck! Alright, so I guess I can get rid of this community crap. Just amazing. This is just such a shithole. Oh. Alright. So what else is there to say or do? Oh, we'll have to see. Yeah, they did have this weird thing too. Like, you could approve comments or reject comments, and I'm saying, well, what good is this approve thing? It doesn't even make any sense. So I should approve every comment, and then when people started commenting with long posts, they would come up and say they were spam, and I was like, well, it's not spam. So and then you had to say yes, approve it. So I could understand fixing their automatic rejection. But they didn't even show up in my notifications either. That was really irritating. So the notifications had most of the posts, but it's missing a whole bunch of them. So there would be posts on the board that wouldn't come up as a notification, which is really irritating. Because you have to go through all the threads to get to them. So you have to just waste time going through all the threads to see if there's any new comments, because they're not going to show up in my notifications. So that was horseshit. I mean, that made this really unpleasant to use, this software. Have to say, crap. It's a crappy message board. The threading sucks. I mean, who cares about staggering the threads, right? I mean, you just want the comments in the right order of time. You want them when they came in time, from my perspective. I mean, that's the only kind of threading that makes any sense to me. But anyway, and what else can I complain about? There was some other point I wanted to make that was pretty irritating. What the hell was it? I don't remember. Yeah, so they really should give you the option to say, before a post goes live, you should be able to say, well, don't make posts live until I approve them. I mean, but I don't see an option like that. Because, like I said, people are just going to start posting crap to this do not God physics. They're just going to post crap. So the whole, there's not going to be any point in having it if it's going to be something other than the purpose, which is the purpose is to challenge conventional physics. So that should be one of the rules. The purpose is to challenge conventional physics. So comments and posts should be a challenge to conventional physics. That's what the post should be about. So maybe you have to make that rule. And such. Let's see if anything new happened. No post yet. Okay. Yeah, it's just disgusting. Alright, well, I guess we're winding down. Unless somebody's got something to say. And such. But yeah, I just don't know what my next move is, frankly. I mean, the whole thing, it's just like, why bother talking on the internet? I mean, again, even just these videos, YouTube obviously isn't giving people an opportunity to watch these videos, right? It's, subscribers and that's it. It doesn't really, I don't, there's no new audience members, in any kind of volume whatsoever. And you could see that in the numbers, and as soon as a video does get any traction, the very next video is way down because because obviously YouTube doesn't want that to happen, and I think they are quite deliberately controlling content that way. It's just you can't do anything on this medium. Let's see. It most likely won't get banned. So, I mean, you're saying so, but I'm... why not? I mean, like I said, it's especially when it had my face on it, I think it was guaranteed to get banned. But anyway, if you strictly abide by the rules. Well, again, you're claiming that that I broke a rule. I'm telling you, there's nothing. My comments, I can show you all the comments and all the threads. I mean, there was, if you go to Ask Physics, you can still see my old thread there. And the fact is, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't say anything outrageous at all. Anyway, I need someone to make a mod, so if I get banned, someone takes over the sub. Well, if you get banned, they're going to block the sub. What do you think? They just did that to me. They just blew the whole thing up. They blew up the sub. They didn't ban me. They blew up the sub. So anyway. Well, but anyway, fine. I obviously can't be a moderator. Apparently they actually showed your post despite the fact that you got banned. So where did that happen? on my end. Yeah, well, you saw it on your end, but nobody else saw it. Well, good. If you saw the post, just copy it. Did you see the... Can you copy the image? Well, no, I'll send it to you. Well, whatever. I'll make the page and blah, blah, blah. All right. It's okay. Apparently, they actually showed your post, despite the fact you get banned. Well, I'm saying, just saying, yes, obviously they're just doing it. They're just showing it to you because it's your thing. Did it come up in a notification? So if you go to your belly thing, did it show up as a notification? Some of the subreddits have very particular and dumb rules, like halfway down the list, that just cause problems for people trying to honestly post. Yeah, well, I mean, they're supposed to have different rules. That's the whole, I don't see anything wrong with having different rules, and people choosing which kind of place they want to talk in. So it makes sense to me to, to some extent, to have places that's more, a place that's for kids and a place that's for adults and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I don't, I didn't break any rule. I'm just saying it's just insane to say I broke any rule. Let's see. I mean, if I broke a rule, you would think they would have said it and showed the rule violation. I mean, it's just, how could you just say, oh, you broke a rule? Yeah, he's got 300 comments, and we're just going to pretend one of them was somehow a rule violation. I mean, it's too ridiculous. But we're not going to let you know which one was a rule violation. And again, it had to be an egregious rule violation, right? I mean, you don't ban somebody for life, right? You don't block them. You don't delete their entire thread unless there's some kind of egregious behavior, right? I mean, I would have had to do something insane. So, it's just too ridiculous. Well, I don't see a refresh. Oh, yeah, the banner already changed all by itself. Yeah, but you should be able to have no banner at all, but whatever. I mean, I don't really like the Newton's Cradle, but whatever. I just like to have no banner. But whatever. Just the round thing will show. But whatever. Doesn't matter. So just do the icon. So just mouse over the icon, the round thing, and just find something silly, some color thing or something. Like I said, it's better to have like MV squared. Just find a MV squared somewhere, put a line through it. Well, I'll make one. I'll make an icon. Don't worry about it. Okay. But yeah, how come it's back up? That is funny. Oh, it's not back up because the text is gone. There's no text here. Let's see if I click on it. All right, so the text is below the image. So that's interesting. You got away with that. So that is interesting because on my computer, it wouldn't display the image first. So good. So you reposted it, right? No. Yeah, you reposted it. Okay, good. So it's all done. Excellent. Thank you. Yeah, now we can just sit here, watch it. Yeah. Ooh, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Ooh. So I will say, that's another thing. The guy did post one of my shorts. And the short auto plays, and it just auto plays every time you load the page. And it was just like, and yes, you can turn the volume off, but who wants? I mean, I just can't believe that people want all that noise. You're looking for subjects, and it's all this poofy eye candy. And it's just like, oh, gross. So, I mean, I really hate autoplay videos anyway, but I mean, it's just, ew. I don't, except that like YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, they should autoplay. They shouldn't autoplay here. Why I'm just scrolling and I have to, the videos start playing? Fuck that shit. So that is kind of annoying. Well, this really is annoying. Alright, so let's see if they're saying anything new. Alright, some of the subreddits have particular, rules. Yeah, okay, refresh the page. Okay, yeah, so nothing new. So, yes, very nice. Very nice, like it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so when you click on the thing, they get rid of all that banner crap, so that's good. Okay, so all you have is the icon. That's what I like. Yeah. Alright, so we'll fix that. Very good. Yes, argue the argument rule. Very good. Target the person, not the personality. No, don't. No. It's just yeah, no, you said that the wrong way. Target the person? No. Not the personality. Even if they like their mother. Even if they like their mother. Why did you write this? I mean, I have to wonder what is that? Why did you write that? I'll just save that for later, but what the fuck is that rule? I mean, I thought you were doing something serious here, fella. You know, that's not serious. That's seriously stupid. What is that? Why did you type that? What is that? A brain fart? No, no. That involves more than just a brain going wrong. It's just, all right, let's see. I'll hit the no spam, no repetition. Well, yeah, that's good. Okay. But, yeah, argue the argument. So, yes, but the point is, argue the message, not the messenger. So if you want to add more to argue the argument, add argue the message, not messengers. Argue with messages, not messengers. Yeah, that's a very good one. Yeah, I like that. Argue with messages, not messengers. All right. And then, like I said, there should be another rule that says this Reddit, subreddit, attempts to challenge conventional theories. Please keep that in mind. Something like that. So let's see. Should I hit anything else around here? It's dangerous hitting anything. Ugh, scary buttons. All scary buttons. I don't even know what all this stuff, you know, they got silly little games people can play. It's just like, oh man, puke, puke, puke. How can they be interested in all this crap? Ugh. Reddit Pro. I mean, you're like, what the fuck is that? Well, I guess I should hit it, right? Maybe I can pay them, you know, to be left alone. You know, maybe you can do that. Can I actually pay to have an account that I can actually keep and use? I would be willing. You know, if I could pay YouTube $50 or $100 to protect my account from, you know, pretending I did anything wrong, if they want to make some money from me, then yeah, that's okay. But you know, give me the right to speak then. You know, because I've never wasted my time doing what Valerie Rousseau is doing. I've never wasted my time putting up crap about other people. I just couldn't be bothered. You know, I make physics arguments. It's just so silly. Create a free Reddit Pro account. Enter your business details and find your Reddit audience at the top trends today. So what does that even mean? So there's absolutely no evidence that this means anything. See what a nonprofit is. Nonprofit name, nonprofit URL, not profit category, not profit size. One. Yeah, I wonder. You know, I mean, do you have to be a 50c3 to fit into this category? Who knows? How do I get back? Let's see. I guess I have to hit the back button. I don't know. So I don't know what the fuck that is. So what is this beta thing? What does it do? Reddit handles your data in accordance with our privacy policy, which is you have no privacy rights because we'll allow people to slander you right in our forum. And we won't do a damn thing about it. Alright, excellent. Let's see how many views it's gotten. Let's see if we're up to 3 or 4 by now. Woohoo! 2 views. Probably both me. Yeah. So far, so bad. I did it right. I mean, I can't complain. I mean, one of my posts had 800 views, so that wasn't bad. It had 100 comments. That's pretty good. And they had to wipe it all away. Just make it all disappear. I mean, it's funny just because all those arguments, just throw out all those arguments. People, I wasted my time. Other people waste their time, all making all these arguments. And they just threw it all away. I mean, again, how could the room have made a violation? How could the room be in violation? I mean, you're just saying, like, even if I made a bad comment somewhere, or even if somebody else made a bad comment, how could the whole room, how could it be the whole room's fault? And every single one of the posts were no different than this one. So we know all 6 of the posts were just this. That's all they were. Just what you're seeing. You can still see this, right? Yeah, that's it. All 6 of the posts were just that. So the room had done nothing wrong. So why did they kill the whole room? It's just, again, you can't even explain that, can you? Can you explain how a room can violate the rules? I mean, how can the room violate the rules? I mean, obviously, if the room is not devoted to harassment and slander and doxing, and there's none of that in anything in the room. So the room is just one paragraph arguments about physics. How could that room possibly violate the rules? All right, but yes, I feel better. Thank you. Just seeing the post, just okay. It makes me feel better. Nobody will see it maybe, but it makes me feel better. Yeah. It takes time to compose an argument, to think about a subject, say, okay, I have to make a concise argument. I want it to be easy and quick. It's a little bit of work to do all that crap, and to have that just thrown away by this bullshit, this authoritarian horseshit lies about how I violated a rule of some kind. Yeah, I don't know of what value the welcome post would be, but you can go ahead. Just get in the way. But I made one just because that's where they took me first. When I made the great room, they said make a post. So I said okay, I'll make one, and they put most of the text in it, and I just approved it. But it was kind of just silly mush. Because I didn't understand how the thing worked then. And it would be nice if you could change the order of the posts in some respects and all that kind of crap, but blah, 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 blah. I mean, you can do the pin thing, but it doesn't really, it's not a very good feature. The features aren't very good. I mean, it really isn't. I don't even know what this green text is about. I mean, why is that? What's with the green text thing? I don't really get that either. So nobody commented on this rocket experiment. So I posted it and it got 150 views, whatever it was, something like that, and 0 posts. So nobody commented on it. So that was kind of interesting. So we'll see if that happens again. I guess there should be a relevancy rule too. Probably you should have a rule that says, comments should be relevant to the subject of the post. Whatever you call this thing. Yeah, this post thing. All right. Good. This is a subreddit. This subreddit attempts to challenge conventional physics. Oh, okay. It just says the same thing. You know, your description is the same as your statement, but that's okay. All right. Target the argument, not persons. Okay, it's not nearly as eloquent as what I said, but whatever. Good enough. Argue the message, not the messengers. Argue the messages, not the messengers. Yeah, I like that better. Alright, running out of time here, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Alright. Okay, so the post is up. You got the image, and so so I'll send you the second one. And tomorrow. And yeah, we'll just start with 2 for now and then see what happens. And such. So funny, when I responded to comments, I would take the entire comment and I break it down, and then I would, post their comment, and then I would bold my response, and then post their comment and bold my response, and it's a really pain in the ass in their software to do that. So I'm not expecting you to do all that crap. So I'll have to think of some way to format responses so you don't have to do any work. Yeah. I wonder if you can post comments with... I mean, I don't think... I can't join the conversation, obviously, but you can't use tags, right? I mean, are you allowed to use code block? I wonder what code block is. What is that? It doesn't give me an example of code block. I just wonder, are you allowed to... It'd be much easier if I could just format it in HTML and just put bold tags, I wonder if they would work. Let me get rid of that, whatever I just did. Cancel that. Yeah, okay, join the conversation. Oh, it remembers, doesn't it? Yeah, that's the pain in the ass part. It remembers things. Well, let me just try it and see if I bold. Probably says you can't use any of this crap, but whatever. And then I put in you, and then I make a closing caption and bold. Let's see if it'll bold the you comment. Hey, it posted my comment. Weird. Alright, but it did it with the other stuff, so that's no good. So it allowed me to comment, so that's weird. But my icon has changed, so they destroyed my icon. So something's wrong. So they changed the color of my icon. Yeah, so it must not be my account. Can't be. It's, yeah, my icon's broken. Yeah, so they've busted my account. Presumably. I mean, I had changed my little Reddit guy into a little vanilla colored thing. And this one isn't. It's back to being some kind of green blob. So, that's not me. I don't believe. Well, I'll try commenting tomorrow, I guess. We'll see if I can comment. Don't think it'll work. But we'll see. And such. But why would my icon be different? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to think on that. Still only 2 views. Okay, so that's not good. So there's something that's really weird, because frankly, yeah, I would probably get 10 views an hour or more, at least. Yeah, more than that maybe. So it is a little bit weird. It's gotten so few views. But whatever. We'll see. I mean, it does have a rocket in it, kinetic energy. I mean, it has some good words. You really have to think about titles, put the word physics in there and some other kind of crap, I guess, just to make sure you're going to get keyworded. But whatever. All right, enough, I think. I think I'll go to bed. All right, I'll make a, so yes, nothing new. Okay, so enough said, I guess. So if anybody got any last words, now's the time to have a last word. Let's see if anything's, how many people are here. Why isn't it showing my stream numbers? Alright, stream settings. Oh, there they are. Okay. That doesn't have numbers either. Where the hell's the number? Weird. Alright, analytics. Ah, there's the number, 6. Okay. So not very good. But that's what it's been running lately. Can't get to that 10 number. Yeah, well, whatever. I just can't believe all of this time and just so few people interested. I mean, that's part I just can't get past thinking about that. Just how few people are interested in actually talking about evidence. Physics and the evidence. Let's see, did you make your user account so that no one can search your posts? No. I didn't make anything. That really annoys me that people can hide their post on their account. That's really suck. That's really suck. Alright, so, yeah, so obviously if you can't find my user page, then I must be banned, So, yeah, so I didn't try that, frankly. Yeah, I guess I didn't try going to my user page from the other browser, so I guess that's what I should have tried to do. Yeah, so I should try to go to draft. Yeah, I have to find a user page. So how do you even get to a user page? That is weird. It has all this Reddit crap, but it doesn't say user. Alright, get rid of this. And then if I type draft physics, yeah, no. I have to go to somebody else's user page. That's what I need to do. Yeah, so I have to find some other user. Click on his guy. Okay, and so that's our science. No, that's not a user. That's a fucking bullshit. So I go to that's another. Okay, so a user page. All right, so yeah, it says user. Okay, so let me try. DRAFT physics PHYSICS. I think that was my name, right? Yeah, I think it was. This account has been banned. So yeah, I mean, what the fuck? What And again, for nothing. There's no reason this account has been banned. It should be a thing. I committed no violations of any rule. Just such a pile of shit. And again, it should be something egregious, right? I mean, to be banned, you really should have to do something really awful. And there's just no way I did anything even close. All I did was argue physics. Nothing else. There was nothing else that took place. I made physics arguments. Yeah, thank you, but yes, I figured it out. Yes, you have to put a U in there. User, yay. But yes, it's banned. Oh, why do you people keep saying these things, right? They tell you overtly you're not allowed to make another account. I mean, they tell you overtly that if you've been banned, you're banned. So, I mean, why would I break the rules? I've just pointed out how I haven't broken the rules. Why would I now break the rules? Then they would have an excuse and say I'm a rule breaker. they'll ban your IP. Well, so what? I mean, I have another computer where I can, it's on a VPN, so I could use that if I had to. I'm opposed to VPNs, but whatever. But I mean, fuck, it's just, look, it's irrelevant. The point is I shouldn't have to go through any of this nonsense. None of this should have to happen. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you people keep assuming that there's some reason that somebody should have to keep remaking accounts, that all of their content that they did a hard work to produce should all be annihilated and they should start all over every other day. I shouldn't have to do that. God damn it, I shouldn't have to do anything except do what I do, which is be a decent, reasonable human being trying to make physics arguments. I shouldn't have to be anything else. I don't want an underhanded, cheaty way to do something. It's just, this is bullshit. I just want a fair right to make my arguments. It's just disgusting. You have to keep arguing that. People can't even just admit that these tools are garbage. Reddit is a shithole. YouTube is a shithole. Google is a shithole. These companies should not be ruling our lives because they don't care about any of these principles. Very good. Content guidelines. I like that. I didn't know there was a category for that. So good. A content guideline. I wonder if I can find that. Let's see if I can find a content guideline. Still only 2 views. Yeah, so, I don't know. I think this room is already in trouble. Because even though it's 2 o'clock in the morning here, there really should be more than 2 views. I mean, it's almost been up for, 40 minutes now? Well, it says 25 minutes ago, but it's longer than that, I think. But 2 views? Come on. That's bullshit. Alright. Community guide. Is that what I'm supposed to click on? I mean, where do you have the guidelines? Yeah, are you supposed to click on that community guide? I didn't trust it before. It was on my thing. I didn't even click on it because I'm saying, what the fuck does that mean? Let's see. So I created content guidelines. So where are your content guidelines? I don't see that category anywhere. Let's see. I'll have to cross-post them. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea what that means. And then I will get more views. No, don't cross-post. Whatever. No, don't put it. You put the post in some other category, they're going to kill you. I wouldn't do that, frankly. I didn't do that. Okay, I mean, I didn't cross-post anything because I knew they were. As soon as it goes into Ask Physics or goes into some other category, they're just going to annihilate it. No, just go to the main page. I don't know what that means. I am at the main page, but whatever. Oh, yeah, I'm not at the main page. Okay, the main page is this. Right? Yeah. Okay. And so, yeah, but so what do you hit? The community. Oh, here it is. Okay, content guidelines. All right. Hello, everyone. Well, I don't know, that's awful nice. Since the subreddit enforces stricter rules and active moderation to maintain focus on genuine inquiry, I don't know if I like all this bullshit. Please follow those content guidelines and help ensure your post and comments stay visible. This just seems like a bunch of shit. Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Read the rules checkout. Yeah, whatever. There are clearly listed in the sidebar under see community info. Well, I mean, who's going to do all this crap? Would you really do all this crap? I wouldn't do any of this crap. All right. I mean, yeah. But whatever, fine. I'm just saying that obviously don't put my fucking name in here. So what the fuck are you doing, you fucking moron? You're doxing me again. Well, what are you doing that for? You stupid fuck. I mean, you're really not on my side, right? You're just playing some game here? So what is this? Understand the community purpose. Review the pinned post about section and any highlighted resource to grasp what do not physics is about. This isn't not God physics. That channel was annihilated. What the fuck are you doing? Non-falsifiable assumptions assigned to authority are God of the gap explanations in physics. What the fuck is all this? This is a space for civil critique of mainstream paradigms and drift into dogma inspired by ideas from those. So what the fuck do you have my fucking name on the goddamn thing for, fucker? Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, it's just, what the fuck? I mean, how many videos have I made pointing out how I don't really appreciate this fucker? I get nagged about this all the fucking time. Alright, I'm gonna have to move because of this bullshit. Because these fucking assholes can't leave my fucking name out of the fucking conversation. God, you just really fucked the whole fucking, just, I can't believe you can't see that. You couldn't figure that fucking out. I just can't believe it. Oh, shit. And again, who the fuck would read all that crap? You just say, the point of this fucking Reddit is to test conventional arguments. Personal attacks aren't relevant. Something like that. Something simple. Well, I should have left 10 minutes ago, and then I would have been a happier man. Because I would have never read that shit, and I wouldn't have seen it, and it wouldn't have bothered me. Yeah, that would have been so much better. But anyway. Okay, sorry, I understand. I don't really understand how that happened. I just don't understand how it happened. I don't understand how you... I don't know how you cut and pasted it in there. I don't know why it was in there. I don't know why you would think you should put that in there. I don't understand any of it. I don't know even why you would mention... Well, no, it's okay. Yeah, the original banner of, from YouTube was not smart either. But I'm just saying, the whole point is not to make it an advertisement for my website. Or for... So it can't be ruled spam or self-interest or any of that crap. It's just taking all that shit out of it and saying, look, we just want to argue physics. We don't want to do anything else but have an argument about physics. Alright. I said put draft science ideas into the guidelines. I said put draft science ideas into the guidelines. I don't know what that means. I said it included your name for some... Oh, you did AI thing or something? Yeah, well, don't do an AI thing. Okay, yeah, that's what you did. Alright, I get it. Don't ask AI to write it for you. Okay, write it yourself, please. Oh, shit. Oh, God, never mind. It's hopeless. Anyway. Anyway. Yeah, okay. All right, enough. Thank you. Okay, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. And we'll see how it goes. See what happens. I appreciate you taking the risk. I appreciate you giving enough of a shit and all of that crap. And I'm sorry I'm easily pissed off, but it's just I'm easily pissed off. It's just the way I am. I'm just so fucking sick of bullshit. So I'm really easily pissed off. Alright, so till the next time and such and so forth and whatnot. It's just sick of bullshit. Anyway, till next time and such and so forth and whatnot. Yeah, it's enough. Get the hell out of here.